this ASMR world, we have ourselves a, well, you can't see, but I can't tip it enough, but there's a black coffee here. A very hot black coffee. Ow, bloody hell, it's a bit too hot. Again, we are back with our trusty microphone holder. No expense spared here. We're using a ruler. I have explained this before. If you're new, this is because if I clip this on here, you don't hear it very well. If I hold it with my fingers, you get a lot of interference, like background racket. So this is just the easiest way to do this. Anyway, I hope everyone's good. Right, today we're going to continue with something I started about a month ago, I believe. Ignore the hair. I should have put a hat on, but who cares? Yeah, about a month ago, I did the first part of this series of videos. Me and my daughter, I explained it then, I'll have to explain again now, I guess. We purchased Disney Plus for something or other, I can't remember what it was for now. I think it came with our TV package. Yeah, they give us it free for 6 months. So I was like, well, might as well make the most of it. My daughter is 19, but still a bit of a kid in her own way. And we found we weren't spending a lot of time together, hardly ever. She does her own thing and whatnot. So I said, look, let's have a father-daughter movie night. On a Monday. Well, it started off on a Monday, sometimes it's on a Thursday. And we agreed that every Monday or Thursday, whichever day happened to be easier to do this on, we would watch a Marvel movie from beginning to end. So, starting off at Captain America, the first Avenger, working our way all the way through. When we eventually get there, the latest one will be Doctor Strange, and in the Multiverse of Madness. And we're going to watch them all, every single one, because I've never seen every single one. I've not seen the Eternals, the latest Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, Shang-Chi or Shang-Chi. I've not seen any of them. My daughter hasn't either, so there we go. In part 1 of this series, I talked about the first 3 movies, which were Captain America, Captain America, Captain Marvel, and Iron Man. Today we're going to continue the series. I'm just trying to remember which order they go in. Right, okay, so the first one, okay, I've got it in my head now. The first one is Iron Man 2. So, we went, like I said, Captain America was the first. If you're going in terms of the year that they're set in the universe, the MCU universe, I actually have the list here, so I can tell you the years as we go along. I will also just start by saying, but before we get into this rather, in terms of characters, oh, I've got itchy nose, just so like you have a rough idea why maybe some of my ratings for some of these movies might be a little bit lower or higher than what you believe they should be. Some of the characters I really like in MCU, some of them, and some of them are main characters, but they annoy me. So, for instance, Captain America, Steve Rogers, really annoys me, like big time. And I'm not a massive fan of Iron Man either, believe it or not. But anyway, yeah, so Captain America, the first Avenger, is set in 1942. Captain Marvel this point, Iron Man has been approached by Shield at the end of the first Iron Man film. He's sort of settling down into a life of basically stopping crimes, etc., as they happen. He is with Pepper. She's trying to get with him, and he's at the stage where he's starting to realise that he likes her. Pepper Pot, played by Gwyneth Paltrow. And the storyline behind Iron Man 2, it's pretty basic. Yeah, as I was saying, the storyline is pretty basic, so here, what was his name? What the hell's Iron Man called? Oh my god. Tony Stark. His dad, before Tony was born, was working on, I can't remember if it's the Tesseract or some big, science project with another man. I think it was a Russian bloke. And they had a bit of a falling out, and Tony Stark's dad sort of took all the credit for, I think it was the Tesseract or whatever it was anyway, took all the credit for this invention. So we find that his old partner, the Russian bloke, quite unwell when we meet him, and he has a son, or an adopted son, played by flipping heck, I have all this sorted the other day. I've recorded this video once already, guys. The bloke is played by, I'm gonna kick myself because he's one of my favourite actors at times in certain movies. He did the Wrestler with him. Mickey Rourke, of course it's Mickey bloody Rourke. Yeah, so Mickey Rourke plays his adopted son, or his actual son, and he's seen his dad dying and has a lot of anger towards Tony's dad. Is it Howard Stark? I think so. Who we first meet in Captain America when he's behind the tests and project to create Captain America, like into a super soldier. So we get Iron Man, he's just doing his own thing, showing off as he does, riding around on I think it's like an F1 track or something or other, or F2, one or the other, in the race cars. Of course he's got the money, so he gets to have a go. And then out of nowhere, Mickey Rourke turns up with all these long bloody whips with electric running through them. He's created this big bloody power pack, and he's got vengeance on his mind because he's seen his dad die, and he blames Tony and Tony's dad for his dad's death, basically. And he just turns up on the racetrack, as you do, and splits Tony's car in half, which was pretty cool, to be fair. I mean, the way it all played out was pretty cool, and Mickey Rourke, he's had some bad plastic surgeries over the years, but he still looks pretty cool in the role. We also have in this movie Sam Rockwell. So Sam Rockwell is one of my favourite underrated actors, from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, Green Mile, and so many more. What a great actor. He plays a rival weapons contractor to Tony Stark. The only problem is Sam Rockwell's weapons and his attempt at building a rip-off of an Iron Man suit don't go too well. And at one point he hires Mickey Rourke to do his bidding because he obviously wants to take over Stark Industries, and Man suits, etc. And he uses Mickey Rourke to do that for him, to help him reach his goal. Overall, the movie is okay. Is it better than the first one? The first Iron Man with Jeff Bridges, I would go as far as to say Iron Man 1 was better, in my opinion. I did prefer the first one. My favourite movies with Iron Man in aren't the actual solo movies. I prefer him when he's with the Avengers, etc. But he was better in the first Iron Man movie because you just getting to know him. I like the backstory of how he becomes Iron Man, etc, etc. But out of 10, Iron Man 2, I'd be prepared to give it 10 being the best MCU movie I've ever seen. And I don't think I've got a number at 10 yet, a 10 out of 10. And 1 being the dog's poo. I'll go with a 5.5 for Iron Man 2. Not the best, not the worst. It was just sort of there. So, yeah, a 5.5 out of 10. The second movie me and my daughter watched, well, I say the second, is actually the 5th. Because by this point we've already watched Captain America, the first Avenger. We've watched, oh bloody hell, what's the order they were in? Iron Man. Sorry, Captain Marvel, Iron Man, and then Iron Man 2. So movie number 5 was Incredible Hulk. So I got distracted by the TV. My bad. Yeah, Captain Marvel. So again, I'm distracted. I apologise. Incredible Hulk. Incredible Hulk. So there have been 2 previous Hulk movies in the past, played by. Well, Hulk was played by Eric Bana. So Eric Bana played Bruce Banner. Bruce Banner is Hulk's alter ego, or Hulk is Bruce Banner's alter ego, and he was played by Australian actor Eric Bana. You could make it up. And they weren't great. This was before the MCU universe was up and running, etc, etc. And this one wasn't much better, if I'm being honest. The Incredible Hulk, he's played by what's his name? Incredible Hulk is played by Ed Norton, who is a great actor. American History X, Fight Club, you name it, he's done it. Red Dragon, very, very, very good actor. And one I really like. So in this he plays Bruce Banner. We find him in the beginning of the movie on the run. I think it's in South America. Because I think we get like a flashback from what I remember. We see that he's had an episode and caused a bit of destruction. So he's on the run in South America. His ex-girlfriend, her dad is like the army general. I think he's played by William Hurt. And he is trying to hunt down Eric Bana. Not Eric Bana, sorry, Bruce Banner. Because obviously he knows what he's capable of. So he's hunting him down, and he employs Tim Roth, who is like a super Navy SEAL or something or other, like a Black Ops guy. He's got like a team of Black Ops operatives with him, basically, and they go in search of Bruce Banner. At this point, Bruce is just working in a factory, etc., and a little bit of blood, I say blood, like green blood or whatever, he cuts his finger, and a bit of green stuff, I think it is, comes comes out of him, and he's working in like a bottle factory where they make bottle drinks, and he thinks he catches it, but then we see that a little bit of it has dropped into a drink, and I think that plays a part later on in the movie from what I remember. But yeah, he's sending back samples to somebody in America or somewhere who's like a scientist who's trying to help him find a cure for his, for him turning into Hulk. He's like, help me if you can help. But he doesn't have direct contact with this person. They're sending like emails through backlinks and whatever, so they're non-traceable, so to speak. Tim Roth finds Eric Bana. Bruce Banner, I keep getting bloody wrong. He finds Bruce Banner along with his Black Ops team, and Bruce turns into Hulk. And then Tim Roth's like, what the hell? I've never seen anything so big or strong, or fought anything so big or strong in my life. So I need to be like him to take him on. So next thing you know, he finds a bloke who is helping Hulk with these tests and stuff in America, and he says, okay, make me into one, make me a Hulk, basically. And he gets injected with this crap, and he ends up bloody huge. I like Tim Roth. He's actually from not far from where I was brought up. It's like 2 minutes down the road. He is a good actor, Tim Roth, but I didn't like him in this film. I didn't actually like anything about this movie. I mean, you get all these like solo movies. I mean, obviously the Doctor Stranges, the Shang-Chi. There's so many coming out, loads and loads and loads. We also have Black Widow. I feel the one I'd love to see is an origin story, a true origin story for Hulk. The only problem with that is I think they're past doing the origin stories now, to an extent. I think it's just moved on that far. That to go all the way back to the beginning with Hulk would be pretty pointless, because as far as I'm aware, Hulk isn't appearing in any Marvel movies anytime soon. I don't think so anyway. I know Tony Stark, what's his name, Robert Downey Jr., I'm pretty sure he's stopped doing them now, so yeah, time does catch up. And to be fair, the Marvel movies have been gone for a lot of years now, so you can't really have, the original Avengers at this stage, because they've aged quite a bit, I guess. But I mean, you can't have like the new Avengers and whatnot. Either way, Incredible Hulk, out of 10. If I gave Iron Man 2 a 5.5, I'm giving Incredible Hulk a 4.5. Very, very, very disappointing movie. Compared to what they could have done with it, in my opinion anyways. My favourite Hulk so far in actors is definitely Mark Ruffalo, who's played him in the Avengers movies. I think he's just more believable than Ed Norton and Eric Bana. So yeah, 4.5 for me. Now last on our list, the third movie we've watched, and probably my favourite out of these three, was 4. We watched that this week, just a few days ago. We've been on holiday, so there's a bit of a gap between watching Incredible Hulk and watching 4. We got to watch the other day, and it was really good. I'll start by saying 4 is, well, the movie has one of my favourite MCU characters in there. I will tell you in a minute who that is. And yeah, I just think the 4 movies are way more fun than like the Captain America, the Iron Man films. I mean, everyone's got their own favourites, haven't they? And I guess with them 3 being the main characters, Cap, Iron Man, and Thor in the early Avengers movies, they're the 3 main ones. The 4 movies just get my attention a lot more. It's just more fun, more entertaining. So my favourite MCU character in the early movies for definite is what's his name? Loki. Loki's hilarious. Not in the first one so much. He's just sort of finding his character, but in the second one and the third one in the Avengers movies, he's hilarious. I've not seen Love and Thunder, so I can't comment on that. But Ragnarok, he was really good in that one, and I forget what the second one's called. But yeah, I enjoyed him in those. So, a 4 starts off basically, we see him being knocked over by Jane and Stellan Skarsgård and Jane's sister. They knock him down in the desert, and then we get a flashback to Asgard, I think it is, and we see why he was banished from Asgard by his dad, Anthony Hopkins, who's Odin. And Odin's pretty peed off at Thor and Loki, because Thor is the, I think the older one, and the one who was responsible for some fighting that they get up to on a rival planet. He is then banned, or not banned, but basically sent away. What's it called? Banished, not banned. He's banished from Asgard and told that he won't get his hammer back until he earns the right to have the hammer. So he ends up on Earth, gets knocked down by Jane and friends, or sister and friend, who are out in the desert looking at stars and stuff and whatever. And then they're like, oh my god, please don't be dead, please don't be dead. And then the only thing I didn't like about this movie, Thor is pretty accepting of, oh, I'm on Earth, I'm in a car, I'm eating pancakes. They don't play up enough that this is all a bit unusual to him. That's the only thing I found a bit annoying. So there's one bit where he wants another drink, and in Asgard they smash a glass drink and smash the glass. He does that in a coffee shop and smashes the cup, and then they're all like, what are you doing? And he's like, what? I want a drink. And I said, yeah, but you can't just smash a cup on the floor and say drink. That's quite funny. Yeah, so he goes on the hunt for his hammer. Shield are basically experimenting on it and trying to get it out of the ground. Thor turns up thinking I'll just pick it up. He can't do because his dad said only those who deserve it will have the power to wield it. And at this point he doesn't deserve it. He eventually gets back to Asgard just in time to find out that Loki is trying to trick his mum. So his dad is in like a coma, he's very unwell, Odin is. Loki has gone to these ice warriors, whatever they are called, the enemy basically, and said to them, look, you can finish off my dad in his sleep because Loki wants the power, he wants to be the king. The ice warriors come through to do it, they're about to kill him, and Loki kills the leader and in front of his mum. So that it looks like Loki has saved the day and will be, crowned the new king of Asgard. But what he doesn't expect is at that point, Thor comes back through the portal or whatever and reveals that Loki was behind the whole thing in the first place. It was all set up. And that Loki is a bit of a twat basically. Loki eventually disappears, gets away, ends up on Earth at the end of the movie. In the extra scene we find out that he's taking control of Stellan Skarsgård, which was is a pretty cool little scene at the end of the movie. We then we find out that this ice planet. Years before, when he was first born, there was a big fight on the planet. Odin went to kill whoever and found a baby. He didn't want to leave this baby on this planet to die, so he took the baby and they brought him up as their own, him and his wife. And that is how Loki and Thor became brothers, or stepbrothers rather. So Loki's got a lot of issues. He's angry that he's been lied to all his life. He's angry that he's not actually from Asgard, that he won't really be thought of as the king. Yeah, at one point, like the Ice Warriors, one of them attacked Loki with his staff, and I think that's what happens. And Loki grabs it, and his arm starts to turn to ice, and it should kill him. But because he's one of them and it's in his blood, his arm then just recovers, and you're like, what? Why has that happened? And then later on you find out that, like I said, it's because he is not from Asgard, he's actually from this ice planet. So yeah, overall, what would I give it 4? I'll give it a 7. Honestly, 7 out of 10. I thought it was way better than Incredible Hulk, like a lot better, and a lot better than Iron Man 2. I said Loki's my favourite character. Thor is hilarious. His relationship with his friends and with Jane, etc., is really fun and really interesting. So yeah, I liked that Idris Elba was in this movie. I thought it was pretty cool. And yeah, I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. Anyway guys, let me know your thoughts. Who is your favourite MCU character in the early movies? So out of the 6 we've covered, who's your favourite? We have Captain America, Captain Marvel, Iron Man, Incredible Hulk, Thor. Bear in mind there's 2 Incredible Hulk films, 2 Iron Man films in them first 6. Or maybe your favourite is like one of the smaller characters. Maybe it's a Loki. Maybe it's you know, somebody in the Iron Man films. Let me know. Anyway guys, take it easy and I'll see you all again very soon. Bye.